Welcome to Cease and Dice-ist.
Hey!
We have decided to give Farsight a bit of a break, and we're going to be moving on to Call of Cthulhu, and this will be Cthulhu by Gaslight, specifically the Hudson and Brand book.
Oh, wow.
By
That's a very
Investigator
dynamic
It's
and we may
terribly,
even have to pulp it up a bit because we don't want to just die immediately, I
it's
think.
terribly dynamic,
Very
isn't
nice.
it?
So
There's a
there
lot
you
of
go.
thi-
I'm balancing books all over the place.
I think that was also semaphore for something.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, I also do
Was that a
love
secret
that
message for like, help me, get me out of here?
It's like,
These people are
please
crazy.
rescue me.
after so long walking with the cane, you're just happy with the movement you get
Yeah,
from
you-
sitting down.
Yeah.
So you're just bouncing from one side to the other.
Yeah.
So this is going to be the character gen session. So we've got everyone here to gen characters is the main thing. I need to remember how to gen characters, which should be in this trusty book. But you've got a rule book as well. So.
I do. For me, could you introduce the conceit of the game?
Yes.
Please,
So,
'cause I don't know.
And for me, because I can't remember.
so Cthulhu by Gaslight is sort of end of the 1800s generally. We're playing Hudson and Brand, which is a similar sort of idea to your Sherlock Holmes, where we are investigators of the obscure, I think is how they term it. So Hudson and Brand started the agency, I think in the early 1800s, have done quite a few cases through the years, and for some reason you guys are either inheriting or in some way being given the agency. So whether you all know each other or if one of you is like an inheritor and has hired the others, I don't know, that's what we'll find out.
Okay. Cool. So that's where we're starting.
That's where we're starting.
And are there any sort of limits on particular characters you want to have, or are there particular characters you'd rather we didn't have, or...?
I don't think so. I think whatever you
Quite
can
happy
throw
to
at it
sort of-
would be more
Because I'm thinking
interesting.
Sergeant of Police.
That could be very useful.
So, you know, put that Bacon. The guy who knows there's occult things going on, and he knows that the Force can't sort of cope with it, so
So he's gone
he
out on his
uses
own
the
to,
or he sort of does a bit of work with the detective agency
Yeah.
as well, and sort of brings them in on things,
That could absolutely work.
that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
Does my knocker-upper then, does that not fit into this so much? Unless he maybe inherited it somehow.
I just wanted to see you find that profession in the book.
Oh, it might not be in the book, actually.
But you would be out early in the morning seeing
yeah.
things.
Seeing crimes, so you'd be well networked, and you'd meet policemen, so you would know, you'd be like the person who
Well, you
knows
might be
everyone.
one of my sort of go-to.
You're a regular.
You're a tongue. You know, I come to you for information.
Wait, you can't be a knocker-upper and a
What's
tongue.
this?
I
How long have we been playing? Less than 5 minutes and it
think you'll
started.
find he can be both.
Also, we talked about it before the cameras started rolling, but for the sake of anyone watching who might not know what a knocker-upper is, it might be worth giving a little context.
So yes, a knocker-upper. So I think they are the people who would go around literally knocking on people's windows to wake them up for work. So this is
Sometimes
pre any
use
kind of
pea
alarm.
shooters.
Pea shooters
Yes.
as well, but I think a giant stick knocking on the window, tap tap. 4 a.m, 5 a.m.
You fucking bastard! You're sacked!
Were
I was
they
gonna
the
say.
same people who would at the same time light the street lamps or put the street lamps
No,
out?
that was
No.
a different.
That's a different
Yeah.
Which is funny because they both
Because you
use long
think,
sticks
right?
while they're out there.
Right?
Yeah.
Just put a snuffer on the end of the bloody
Yeah.
thing. Do both jobs, right?
Yeah, but what you're
Well, you
doing
wouldn't want
there
a
is
snuffer
you're
in
trying to like
Was there a union?
diminish an entire
Yeah,
workforce.
Yeah, I think there are unions. That's
Yeah,
the union rule.
100%.
That's your knocker-uppers there, mate.
Yeah,
So,
you can't be infringing on their job.
No,
They'll have you.
no, makes sense. So, shall I find a list of
Yeah.
professions?
Yeah.
That's sweet, isn't
Yeah,
it? Immediately
I've
giving
got-
you a lisp.
So, excuse me, because I'm dribbling 3
I'm not
books.
sure it's limited though, is it? Cthulhu?
You can you'd pick enough skills to make it a profession.
Yeah.
So yeah, absolutely. Occupation. Here we go.
I mean, sorry, ours has got to be in there.
Create bakery. Oh, backstory. I thought you were create bakery. I don't remember.
Bakery.
I
You know
remember
that-
that step.
You know, spells don't work in Cthulhu like they do in Dungeons and Dragons.
Create
but
bakery.
Create bakery is one of the few spells you have access
Love
to.
it.
That would sound
Oh, is it
amazing,
got a
wouldn't
list,
it?
a whole list
Call
of
of Cthulhu?
period names?
It does indeed.
Yeah.
Sadly, it's the period of the 1930s and not
Oh,
the 1890s.
that's
But you know,
nice
you
that
can
I
still
know.
go for them.
I mean, they'd still be around, wouldn't they?
Oh yeah.
They're very similar.
What's this?
The names in the 1930s compared to the 1890s.
Yeah.
I think the easiest way to work it is if there's a particular type of role you want to fill in society, we'll hone rule.
Would you like me to read out a list of occupations that are in the book? I mean, obviously, as you say, you can go for other things, and then sort of write ones down that you find interesting. If we can come back to them. So we start off with the very exciting accountant.
Ooh.
Could be useful.
Could be useful. Acrobat. Well, we might need an accountant because we're trying to run a detective agency.
That's what I'm saying. It could be useful. I wasn't being
Actor. You have to say it like actor.
Could be useful though.
Actor.
Anything you can act, I can act louder.
Well, it's a bit like Team America, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just act your way. What an actor! So
I'll
you
get
just get
down
away
there
with
and
anything.
fuck my mouth. Anyway, agency detective.
That's handy.
My!
I'm curious.
Alienist, animal trainer, antiquarian, these are in alphabetical order if you hadn't noticed.
No, I haven't.
Archaeologist, architect, artist, asylum attendant, that's a nice one. Assassin, athlete, author, aviator, bank robber, bartender, big
I'm going
game
to go out on a
hunter.
limb and say aviator's probably not a
1890s.
shout for the
You
1890s.
could be balloonist.
Yeah, balloonist perhaps.
Yeah. You wouldn't need to be a bootlegger either in the 1890s.
No.
But you could be a book dealer. Bounty hunter, boxer or wrestler. Burglar, butler, valet, stroke, maid. Chauffeur, clergy member. Computer programmer, possibly.
Again, going to go with probably not.
Limited options.
Mm.
Get the advocate out.
Conman, cowboy, stroke girl.
Now a cowboy could
That
be.
could
Yeah, you
feasibly
come
work.
over
You might have
from.
come up with a Wild West show.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wild Bill with Wild
Yeah.
Bill.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's right, Wild Bill.
Hickok.
That's right,
Yeah.
Pardon me.
You were.
Excuse you. Criminal, cult leader. That's cult leader. Deprogrammer. What's a deprogrammer?
So someone that goes to people who've been
In
the
the
cults and gets them
And gets
thinking
them-
on a more
Rational
level playing
level,
field.
Do we get to
they
set
were-
up for you?
Is that a real job?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a real thing, and there are a bunch of them that do
Lordy,
more
lordy.
damage than good as well in terms of the actual ones.
A good one for the 1890s, dilettante. Diver.
What's that?
Dilettante, you're sort of good at many things but not brilliant at them. You sort of
You
dabble in
dabble.
lots of different things.
Jack,
You're usually
Jack of all
quite well
trades,
trained, that
master
kind
of
thing.
fuck all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why didn't they just write that? Master of fuck all.
Well, it might actually be lower down. It's just
Yeah, we haven't got to
Sarah,
Yeah.
we're good.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Doctor of Medicine, drifter, driver, editor, elected official, engineer, entertainer, explorer, farmer, federal agent, fence, this goes on for a while, firefighter, foreign correspondent, forensic surgeon, forger or counterfeiter, gambler, gangster, gun moll.
I'm going to go
Not in the
with probably
1890s.
not now.
Gentleman stroke lady, hacker,
Again, not.
Well,
Hobo.
no, this is just after Jack the Ripper,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you could be.
Yeah.
Well, we're
Jim
literally only
Hacker.
a few. Yeah,
that should
Jim
be hacker
Hacker.
stroke slasher though, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
That's the case. Hobo,
Slash Ripper.
Yeah.
hospital orderly, journalist, judge, laboratory assistant, labourer, lawyer, librarian, lumberjack,
Classic.
maid. We've had maid.
Ah,
Yeah,
yes,
but if you
but
notice, it
we-
also
no.
says C. Butler.
It does.
We had the valet who strokes the maid, which I was
Indeed.
going
Oh,
to
that's a
bring
different
questions about,
position.
yeah.
Very
Yeah,
different.
sorry.
Well, all sorts of positions, really.
And that's what she said. Mechanic, military officer, miner, missionary, mountain climber, museum curator, musician, nurse, occultist, outdoorsman, stroke outdoors woman. What did you just say?
That was very,
Outdoors person.
yeah. That was very.
No, it must be gendered at all times, Martin.
That was very, very himself or herself.
Parapsychologist,
Sorry,
pharmacist,
brother or sister.
photographer, photojournalist. I guess.
Yeah,
Just
the-
about.
Yeah.
Oh, in the
Oh, yeah, 'cause it's
1890s,
like
yes,
war was-
definitely.
that was
They
very
loved
well
it.
Would they be
ticked
able
up,
to do it into the? I can't think of the word, but like, would they be able to put photographs into a newspaper?
Yes.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah.
Or the daguerreotypes, or whatever they were called.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's quite a big deal taking a photograph then, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It was.
Well,
you would go to
I've
someone and
a
pay
war
to
for
have a
time.
photograph
Pilot,
taken.
police
Thing
detective
during the
officer,
Crimean
that's
War.
what I'm going for. Private investigator, professor, prospector, prostitute, psychiatrist. Both of you.
I'm a madam. I'm a madam.
We've discussed this.
I'm older, and we
Yes,
have
yes,
a.
you are. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, correct. Reporter,
She's one of my
researcher,
girls.
Sailor. Why have we got 2 prostitutes? Mind you, I guess they know
It's
what's
the
going on. in this
1890s.
Yeah,
Everyone was
yeah.
a prostitute.
Everyone. Scientist,
Everyone was selling their
secretary,
bodies.
shopkeeper, smuggler, soldier stroke marine.
Stroke
I've seen
marine,
that movie. Spy, street punk, student or intern, stuntman, yeah, possibly, taxi driver, thug, tribe member, undertaker, union activist, valet, waitress stroke waiter, white collar worker, zealot or zookeeper. No knocker-uppers. So we'd have to, sort of...
I'm trying to work out what a knocker-upper might...
I think there is a way of doing it that you pick like 5 skills or something like that, and you create it so that you don't have to have something off this list. I'm absolutely sure. There's definitely another way of doing it.
The other way, I could be a boxer who's just signed up for being a knocker-upper.
But it's because you're tired of being
Is
a
that
knocker
because,
down.
so
Do you have a pin?
did you throw your last fight or something? Is it one of those that you've
He could be a
One of the
doorman.
older.
He could be a bouncer for our knocking shop.
Well, that's the boxers usually would turn into bouncers probably once they're too old to win.
Yeah.
It's like late
Are we
30s.
running a knocking shop? Or are we running a detective
Out
agency? 'Cause now
of a
3 out
knocking
of 5
shop.
of us
Yes, but it's our
in a
base.
legal
It's
town.
our base.
It's...
And it's a great cover for getting all
It
sorts of
absolutely
information.
is.
I like the idea of minor. I'm just a little boy. I'm just a little boy. Fighting Cthulhu.
Minor.
Oh,
right.
Not minor.
Oh, you should
Well,
have
that's
been
less
clearer.
interesting.
I mean, admittedly, it's Victorian England, so,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, yes. And I'm the chimney sweep that you just you caught stealing stuff.
You're 6 years old.
And do you look like Timothy Chalamet?
No, I think I look
'Cause
more
he looks
attractive
like
than
a
Timothy
Victorian...
Chalamet
Yeah, but
because
he looks like a
everyone
Victorian
does.
orphan.
Would anyone like to know anything about any of those professions?
Boxer, him with the boxer.
Don't. Don't. For the love of
We don't
God.
like a boxer.
No, you're bigger than me, I'm not hearing you. Boxer, wrestler. Professional boxers and wrestlers are managed by individuals, promoters, possibly backed by outside interests and usually locked into contracts. Excuse me. Professional boxers and wrestlers work and train full-time. Amateur boxing competitions abound, a training ground for those aspiring to professional status. In addition, amateur and post-professional boxers and wrestlers can sometimes be found making a living from illegal bare-knuckle fights, usually arranged by organised crime gangs and entrepreneurial locals. Your occupational skill points would be education's ×2 plus your strength ×2. You might want to write these down so that you can work them out later.
Anyway.
So if you want to make an occupation, you select up to 8 skills that would obviously be needed for that occupation. Normally there's like a handful of, sort of basic ones.
I think he's sold on boxer, he's right.
Well, I might write it down. It might work. I think it would work, shouldn't it?
I mean, feel free to jump in and run the game at any point.
Well, I was looking at that because you said you could make
habit to die card
occupation.
here, so just shut me up and get on with it. As well.
See, I love it because it makes you look like a control freak.
Oh,
The
yeah,
idea
totally.
that okay, I'm not running this one, but here's the rule book,
Yes.
and I'm going to read exactly
Do it.
Let
what
me read all the rules to you.
Oh, it's making for a thrilling video.
So you thinking of being a lord still?
Yes, although I suppose for those listed,
You got all that?
gentlemen.
Yeah, got it.
Oh, yeah.
The suggested
Since I
contacts.
know what I
there.
want, I might just whiz to...
Do you want to be bankrolling our little agency then?
Wait, am I trying to get you guys off the streets as sort of an act of charity in the same way that Chucky D did?
Yeah,
Charles Dickens.
Big
Definitely
into getting
paid.
those prostitutes off the streets, aren't he?
Yeah, and between the sheets, whilst pretending he was doing it to get them off the streets
Oh,
and
yeah.
into better lives.
It's up to you if that's what you would like to be doing.
It's more what's believable in Victoria, in England.
I just want lots of money to make sure that I never get into that bad situation again.
Well, looks like someone's taking the accounting skill.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
as a madam. That would be a
Yeah.
good skill to have.
That works really well.
Was it 8? You said.
Yeah, you could choose up to 8, yeah.
So.
It's normally quite good to have at least 1 or 2 that are sort of physical
I am
skills.
curious.
Oh, she's knocked heads together in her youth.
I am curious about what the prostitute skills are.
Yeah.
What page were they on, Martin, your occupations?
87-ish.
87-ish.
I think you would have charm,
Oh, yeah.
persuade, psychology.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I'm going to have slightly less of that because I've kind of moved into the managerial side
you
of
need
things.
intimidate.
I do. That's a
Yeah.
good one to have.
That's how I do things as well.
Appraise as well, maybe.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh, I can't afford
I
your
was-
girl, but I've got
I-
this on it.
I wondered about sleight of hand.
Yeah.
You heard.
How about disguise for the prostitutes as well? Because they've got a different kind of outfit.
Yeah, like a fake mustache.
Yeah.
I've never been to a prostitute.
Kinky.
Medicine. I think I would have to have a bit of knowledge of medicine. Yeah.
Yeah, to make the specific teas to keep everything running smoothly.
Exactly. Can't have the girls out for so long.
To clarify, the percentages don't need to add up to anything, do they? It's just
What do you mean, sorry?
there's little percentages next to the things.
Or they will.
They will
need
do.
to.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
we'll
I will roll
But I
dice.
mean,
There's
they
a
don't
way to
have
work
to be
them out.
like specific or.
So
just-
the numbers that
Do
are
I want
already
to borrow
there,
this to
Yes,
look at?
please.
the numbers that are already there are for if you're completely untrained in something.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's
it's
right,
just
level.
to,
Yeah, your standard.
So anyone has a 1 in 5 chance of being
I
able
was
to
right.
use a library.
What you're right
Sleight
about.
of hand.
Do you want us to roll things in order, or are we allowed? I suppose we have to
Well,
to a certain
yeah, 'cause it's
extent because
different
they're different
dice,
aren't they?
yeah.
So, yeah. I'll wait until because we'll just do that together and then we can do the
Yeah.
formula together. Can't we? So I'll hang on for that.
Yeah, I'm going physical kind of skills.
Did you go for it?
Yeah.
You did go for prostitute.
Yeah.
What are the skills for a prostitute?
I'll read them out
Yes,
because
please.
it's quite interesting. Art/craft
Mhm.
brackets any.
Mhm.
2 interpersonal skills, so charm, fast talk, intimidate, or persuade. Dodge, psychology, sleight of hand, stealth. Any one other skill as a personal or era specialty.
I'm just trying to find blowjob on the sheet.
Well, I think I might add it in.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I love the idea of just a
Fellatio.
Yeah.
a
To keep it Victorian.
Oh, obviously.
a prostitute that focuses on intimidate as her interpersonal skill.
Well, that's kind of BDSM, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's
It's a mystery.
That's
okay.
that's in the back.
Yes, you have to go
Donkey.
downstairs.
Hello, big boy. You are looking for a good time.
And if you're not having one, you are.
Yeah. Sorry, I got slightly aroused then. Felicia Nelson.
Can I?
You rang.
Ooh, listen, I think I'd have quite a good skill in listening.
As a madam, I think you would be very good.
Yeah.
Very good at charm and
There you
listening,
go.
wouldn't you?
Well, I actually think the younger beauty was going to be better at the charm. And
I've gone for charm and persuade.
I think
I
my-
think that's.
But
I think
also
my
dodge.
placement knows you long before you became the madam.
Yeah.
What do you call yourself now?
Percy.
I reckon you used to be like Nellie Amos or something like that.
Persephone Jones.
Yeah, exactly. Nellie. Yeah. Like when you were back in the old days. Do you know what I mean?
Oi,
When you were on
Piggy,
the street.
shut it.
Reggie.
Reggie.
Yeah, right.
Reggie.
So, you're Reggie and I'm
What I want to
Percy.
know is, are you going to be like Rabbit? You know,
Oh yeah, Rabbit of the Yard. Yeah.
Rabbit of the Yard.
Reginald Staines.
Oh!
Known to the locals as Stubborn Staines.
Yeah.
He won't let go of a case.
Oh, very
good. Because I can't let the witchiness go.
Mm.
And obviously, it's all supernatural and there's a culty shit and that.
Yeah.
I wondered if I could be Kitty Devis and be related to the Lancashire Devises of the Lancashire Witch Trials.
Oh.
Actually, that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Like a descendant of.
I knew there was something a bit different about you.
And I wondered if a cult could be therefore. Does that work for that or do?
You can
what
have
am
a
I
cult,
supposed-
yeah.
I don't really. And I wondered if I could take art and craft as a kind of more tissue.
Making
Well-
lingerie.
Well, no, I was
Knitted.
thinking.
Dolls.
Well, I was thinking, like in the Adams Family, Morticia Adams goes to get a job, and she's like, "What was your major?" She goes, "Spells and hexes." And the
Yeah.
woman goes, "Liberal arts."
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if I can put arts and craft, spells and hexes.
Mm.
No, that sounds good.
So
Sounds good, mate.
You are going to be more occult than Lovecraft.
Oh, you can't start with any fancy myth or something.
You
That's
go
a
with
myth,
the
that's
telling.
a
That's fine.
case to me.
Off the, so I mentioned
That's fine, I can deal
the
with
walks,
that.
the bathroom, but then we have to get in
So
the
how many have I got now? 1, 2, 3.
I wonder if I should take credit rating.
Yes.
My character could be
Everyone has to
successful.
take credit rating.
You have a credit rating.
So what would be
range.
interesting is you might have done
Have
very well and
money.
you're a wealthy boxer,
Exactly, yeah.
but you
Tempted
don't
to
have
put
the social
fellatio down
standing.
as
So although you
a
have the
era
money,
specific specialty.
you might have a good credit rating.
Specific.
I don't think it's
So-
very
So-
specific.
No, alright.
Yeah, I think it's
So it
very
might
much
be-
still in vogue.
Occupation.
You'd have well, it's up to you, but I think it'd be quite interesting to play a character that's got the wealth but not the credit rating,
Yeah, that could work well.
because you're not from the upper classes.
So I've
if you
ticked
will.
8
Made the
skills.
money out of
Yeah.
the
I'm
underground boxing.
yeah.
or whatever.
Trying to get people to stop talking at the same time because it will be hell on the recording. Is the
Well, we'll have to deal with it. Right?
yeah. It's
It's gotta
just
happen.
like to keep to a minimum rather than like
This is who we are and what we do.
yeah. But if it can't be followed, then it's
I
you know.
guess, yeah.
I'm not saying no.
Fingers on
crosstalk.
lips, and then everybody raise
No
your hands
fun.
before you speak. Yeah.
Piggy has the conch.
We need a conch!
I'll jump on Amazon.
We've got one somewhere.
Yeah.
There's definitely a
Oh no,
conch
there's
in
definitely
this
one on that
house.
window ledge actually.
There is
Yeah.
definitely a conch on that window ledge.
Come on, John. This is what you're here for. Grab the conch.
Grab the conch, John. Dance, monkey.
Right.
I tell you what, grab me by the conch is definitely something that's been said in your.
Absolutely.
Only if they pay extra.
Always have
Oh,
to go
yes.
for it.
So do you want to know how you roll your stats?
Yes, please.
Please.
So your strength is 2d6 plus 6.
Sorry, I just saw ride and went, well, that's perfect for me.
Oh, see now, I don't think I can
Oh
The world's
no!
greatest master! Snake eyes!
Okay.
What am I rolling for?
2d6 plus 6, and then you times it by
Both?
5.
I'm not convinced I should use that.
Reach for the
I
conch,
use that for
man.
strength. So if I've chosen to be boxing and rolled double 1, I can't help it.
Oh yeah, no, I maybe wouldn't.
14.
17 times
Is it not like D&D where you can choose which one's
17 on 2d6.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
plus
just
6.
Oh, plus 6, sorry.
Yeah, wouldn't you?
I got 11.
Or have a Cthulhu conch.
6.
Yeah.
Oh,
Conch
yes!
Cthulhu.
Conch Cthulhu!
There you go.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
like
so I rolled 11 and then you plus
yeah,
6.
okay, yeah,
and
so
then
17, then
17.
times
Good
5.
grief,
I
you're a
can't-
sturdy lad.
I can't. I'm a good big girl, as my nanny used to say. And I'm going to have to get my calculator out.
I've got 14, so.
I also have 14.
Hey.
We're all
Everyone
stronger
has
than Ross.
rolled higher than Ross, isn't it? Yeah, and yeah.
Well,
You
sorry,
rolled
yeah.
it.
Well, now we know why you're a retired boxer.
Was
Yeah.
it 17, did you say?
You broke both your arms.
How do you calculate again? Have we rolled
Right,
it,
roll
so
2
then-
dice.
Yeah.
And then
Add
six.
6.
6.
And then times
Huge
by 5.
thighs.
I am a beast.
Shit.
That's what they call me. The beast.
Timing by 5. Oh, right, okay.
It is 85.
Yeah.
85, hold on, Martin.
Where am I
That was-
putting
I do a
85?
lot of
In
role-playing
the,
games.
hang on, let me
I'm not good at maths, I'm just good at role-playing games.
So,
John's got my
Where is it?
calculator.
oh, your strength. It's
Ooh.
up here. So your big one.
14 times 5.
85 in there?
Yeah.
70.
And
70.
then,
Right.
so the way you're meant to do it is, the little one is half, and the one below that is a fifth. But it's easier
Like
to work
your
out a
70 as well.
quarter, so
Yeah.
I'll play it with a quarter.
Okay.
Did they let you re-roll it?
I've
Okay,
never
yeah.
played
Half
it.
and a quarter.
Yeah.
Oh man. Where'd you come out with
65 on that.
Okay, that's brilliant. So Ross is definitely the weakest of us.
Even
That's
as well,
why
he
he's an
might be
Xboxer.
very dexterous.
Yeah.
Well,
We
I'm
just
not.
feel
I
sorry
might
for
not.
him. We feel sorry. You're a bouncer, man. Yeah, you're doing a
He's
good
an
job.
Xboxer.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
looks
Because-
intimidating.
He looks intimidating.
Listen, you might have massive
but
constitution and really good dexterity. Yeah.
Let's
They would
hope
make you an
so.
amazingly
They-
good boxer.
They would, yeah.
everything crossed.
Yeah, the
my
Rocky
mind.
Balboa. You just get punched in the face
Right
a lot.
now?
Yeah.
Con's the same, I think, isn't it?
Con and intelligence, I believe, are the same.
Yeah.
And education.
Doing what?
Oh,
So 3d6.
so
Hang on,
that's easy.
3d6? Well, hang on, what's this?
I know, a
3d6.
2d6 plus 6.
Oh, I beg your pardon. 2d6 plus
2d6.
6.
14 again,
Which
so
one's this
that's
for? I
70
like this.
again.
So that
16. This is
17
con, is it?
and-
Or int?
Int, 70.
And then times 5 again.
yes, and that's the same for your education as well.
Oh, education, not int, right, okay.
Oh,
you
it's
roll it
both of
again,
them,
yeah.
So I roll it again for.
Yeah.
Oh, even better. Education is
You've done well.
16.
What was it for? Intelligence.
Wait,
You say
Sorry, I just
intelligence.
need to
Wait,
double
hang
check
on.
the maths on that because.
So it's strength, constitution, and
So
education.
it's the 2d6
Yeah, so
plus 6
Okay,
strength
yeah.
is done
times 5, yeah?
No,
and
Sorry?
2d6
con
plus
and
six.
education are
That's what
done the
6
same
I've got
way.
ridiculous
right,
education.
education.
Well, that's
I got
not
16.
a bad thing, Martin.
I got 16 for
18
education.
for education.
Yeah.
Got
Yeah.
max points read.
I think that rather than being a back alley girl, she was maybe once the daughter of a disgraced lord or something,
Does it have
and
to-
they've ended
does-
up in an
Does it
alley.
matter which order I do this in?
It's why she wants to
Whichever
get
way you
rich
think
again.
it fits you better.
Okay, let's try that.
for goodness
Oh,
sake.
am I allowed to reshuffle them? Because that definitely. Actually,
If they're
no, I
no
rolled
good for the
decent.
character, you it's like if they're no good, then yeah.
Yeah, no, I suppose.
What was intelligence the same type of role again?
No, it was education.
18.
Okay.
And intelligence, yeah.
Oh, and
And
intelligence.
intelligence. Right.
Alright.
And education.
Oh, I've double sixed it. Right, I'm moving things around. Let's make him stupid rather than. Oh, that's stupid.
Right, so strength, con,
Wow.
education,
And intelligence.
and intelligence. Right.
So,
I've got very good education.
Well, okay.
Now he's a
I might
Again.
switch my education and my
Seven.
constitution round.
Yeah.
18
I've
5s,
got just like 70, 70, 70, 80.
14 plus 50,
Pretty good, to be
90.
fair, so far.
I've given myself 80 for the
Let's see if you can
intelligence.
keep it up with your
but
dexterity.
I
Now we're
need
talking,
55
look at
for
this.
education
Right.
because that
How
makes
we doing?
sense.
Well,
With,
now I've
I can
switched
be-
my
I can be
intelligence
bright,
with my
but
strength.
I've got
He's the
a formal
strongest. He's got a good
education.
con.
I'm
And then
wondering
you
if I
want-
need
Want to do
to
some decks then?
either rethink my
really.
background a
Hope so.
touch.
He's
Because I
got
still
good
want the
constitution,
concept.
so he's like, he could just be rocking.
He might be a heavyweight.
Yeah, I think he is.
So
If he's
dex,
slow, he can be a heavyweight. If he's
appearance,
fast, then.
size and pow.
Bouncer
So,
probably
yeah,
more likely to be
dexterity,
slow and
appearance, and
slightly
power
just
will all be derived from
tank,
dice rolls.
more
And
tank,
size
isn't it?
is where is it? Damage bonus. Size.
I think he should have a handgun. So if he's going to be our kind of muscle.
Oh, nice.
That would be good. And that
Someone's gonna
makes
have one.
up, if you kept your strength quite low, that makes up for the strength.
Shooting Cthulhu helps.
Absolutely.
Because that
Shoot
always
it in the
works.
face.
That always works. Yeah. Shoot the
Shoot it in the
monsters.
face.
So your size is your 2d6 plus 6 times 5.
2d6 times 6.
Oh, I just realised I made you do con wrong. We all have better cons anyway, so I'll let you keep it.
Okay.
Ooh, I'm
You've
tiny.
just got a huge roll for that. 17.
What's this one?
Good grief.
2d6.
Or is that size? Would you-
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's
So-
that? 85, isn't it?
Yes. It's,
2d6.
I've
So
rolled another 14. These dice
yeah, it's
are
the same again for your
stacked, so
size.
that's
It's
70.
2d6 plus 6.
How do I... Is this
The weird thing
size?
is, this
What
is
do I
in
roll?
centimetres.
2d6 plus 6.
So we're actually
That's it.
all biggie.
what? I got it right. Yeah.
That's
That's
13.
Yeah,
And then
and
what?
then times 5.
Okay, that's the same.
Size is quite important.
So
'cause
strength,
I
con,
think size and con
size,
give you hit points, don't
Education is a
Ooh,
dice.
Size and
I'm in
strength,
trouble.
I think.
The size and strength is it? So
Yeah.
Okay,
So
that's better.
Yeah.
What's
I know it's con and size are hit points.
Yeah, I thought
Your,
so.
your damage bonus is size and strength.
Size isn't an actual size, though, is it? It's a number.
Dex?
Mine's
Yeah.
70.
Dex is 3d6 times 5, as is your appearance.
I'm sorry, I completely
Oh.
got them. I do apologise for
Your
this.
dex and appearance, 3d6 times 5.
Thank you.
Oh, that's quite good.
Oh, it's appearance.
8,
I was going to say, once you're
13, and 5.
done, can I borrow another dice? Because I've only got 2d6. Oh, there you go. Blech.
Yeah, it's pretty quick.
She is not dexterous.
I have to say, he's turned
You
out
need to be.
amazingly how I imagined he would turn out. Because he's just got an appearance that's just like dreadful.
3.
I think 14 fives.
Are you?
And that's times 5, yes?
Yes. Martin, your appearance, is it so bad that you're having to walk around with a burlap sack on you now?
No, I'm not
Six.
shouting, I am Norman!
Yeah.
No, nothing like
Can I
that.
change things around? Because it doesn't make sense for me to be really, really strong.
If it doesn't
Yeah.
make sense, go for it.
Does it matter what I change it around with?
Well, it should be
Well, as
one
long
of
as
the
it's the
others.
one that's
Yeah,
literally
one of
equates
the
to the
other
dice
2d6
rolls.
Right.
plus-
Strength was a different one, wasn't it?
He's not the best
Well,
looking
Yeah,
chap in the
so
world. But
So
your...
you
Really?
can swap that with your dexterity
Yeah.
or something if you wanted.
Um,
Or
yeah, I suppose that might be better.
or power,
Oh, I've not done power yet.
which is your 3d6 times 5.
Oh,
26 times 5.
Shit.
Well, that's your luck stats screwed on, isn't it?
that's 12, so that's 60 again.
Times 5, was it?
50.
Yeah.
So, strength 70, con 70, size 70, dex 40, appearance 60, education 80, int 70, power 60.
Not bad, really.
That's-
Yeah, that's.
I'm having a shocker.
Go on.
But I think it makes them more interesting characters, honestly.
Yeah.
I really do.
I know, but considering that it was going to be both my constitution and my size that were the bare minimum, I would die instantly. So I decided to swap that with my strength, given that my size is
How
40.
many fights are you going to get into? You're investigators, you're
Do you-
not high of muscle.
Do you remember the last time we played anything Cthulhu related, you and me?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
But this is not necessarily that.
One can learn from one's mistakes.
You say mistakes, but actually, when push came to shove, I was annoyingly good at rolling the dice
Yeah.
once we got into the game in
Yeah.
a way that was completely unfeasible, and even though we weren't playing Pulp Cthulhu, my character was.
Is it? How bad is it?
I managed to get a power of 30, which is
Oh,
lovely.
jeez.
Yeah.
Mine's higher than that.
Uneducated. I'm not particularly smart or dexterous or attractive.
But if you
And
put,
I'm tiny.
but you're a
I'm
lord.
playing hide.
You're a lord, so
Yeah, you don't need
Yeah.
any of that.
all that makes you much more interesting as a
Yeah.
character.
What we do need to do is
What
give you
can
an
you do?
obscene credit rating.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
None
Yes.
of this
My,
will matter.
my credit
Exactly.
rating can go up to 90.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Banging.
I'm going to keep my background as is. My education is that way because I have studied a lot.
a dick.
Nice.
That too. And some of the dick educated me.
You've slept with a lot of professors.
I have, absolutely. Yeah.
Same, it's the only way I made it through.
What does power do in this one? How bad is it?
It's sort of like
fires up your
your-
magic, it's luck.
Yeah,
your luck
it's
is
not
based.
luck.
Oh, is it not?
No.
I beg your pardon. Sorry.
Luck is its own thing, which is also 3d6 times 5.
Yeah.
Would you believe?
Where
Where does that live?
Well, it's an
It's
optional.
the-
skill
Oh
somewhere
dear
else,
lord,
I think.
3 snake eyes.
Oh, no, look.
You let him re-roll. I just say.
Yeah, go on, yeah. So your
I
luck
mean-
is there, it's that big pool.
Okay.
Jesus.
Ah, okay.
So you just circle where you're up to,
Yeah.
and you can spend a luck.
Times 5,
That's a
yeah.
bit better, yeah. So
3 times 5.
9,
Yes.
10, 11, 12 again. So that's 60, isn't it?
Times 5, isn't it? That one?
Yeah.
So, 45. Definitely dice.
65.
Two minutes that have appeared. In
65 is very much the average, isn't it? I've rolled 65 full in time. Yeah.
So how bad is a bad power? What is it?
Well, so it's on a percentage. You're going to roll a d100. So
And you need to roll low.
What's the good one
that
again? What do I use power for?
well, if you're going to use
Well-
magic and stuff like
Well,
that.
it's just using that, right? Yeah, that makes
So-
sense.
A power indicates the force of will.
Oh dear.
So,
Well, actually,
it's linked to
then-
your sanity.
Yeah. Would you like a beer? Yes, please. So,
It's
would you
linked to your
another one?
sanity
Yes,
as
please.
well. So you start with your same sanity as your power.
Oh shit, that's not being
It's been bashed out of you.
Yeah.
Less
Well,
than
that's
ideal.
fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Does somebody want to find a good name for the knocking shop? Any ideas?
I'll have a think.
I mean, it should be inconspicuous, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
Private dicks.
I would like to point out that you're inheriting this shop, so you're moving it and immediately rebrand.
Moms. Sorry, not that close inheriting.
I would-
Behind behind the big curtains. No.
Oh no.
Alright, you're not allowed to
Wait,
suggest anymore.
Only if it's above a butcher's.
Yeah, that makes sense. See, I'll allow that.
Your next up is age.
Oh, I've already done it.
I just made it up.
You can choose an age, but it has different meanings.
Oh, right, okay.
Okay.
So, what age have you chosen?
I've gone for 45.
45. Make two improvement edges on patient.
Oh, well, how do I do that? So, do I have to fail with a percentage? Or do I have to succeed?
I believe it's a success thing.
Right, because it's like, because to get experience, you have to fail.
Yeah.
I'm just a little boy facing Cthulhu.
Minor.
See, I went with 2.
Well, that'll be in the same bracket as Martin.
Right.
40 to 49.
Well, that was a fail, so that was 91, so we're off to a good start.
Can you
That's
explain this to me?
78.
What's he doing?
So he is improving his efficiency.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'll need to move your car in a bit.
Okay.
Steve's bringing the van back in about an hour.
Okay. My keys are on the
Alright,
side
right.
if you need it.
So what does that do then to my education?
You knock your in. That was an improvement, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So
One of
you're-
them was a success.
Right, so you can knock your education 1, I believe.
Wow.
That
What
can't
does that
possibly be
mean?
right.
Well, my education goes from 90 to 91.
Ah.
Jesus Christ.
I rolled 18. But
Yes, let me open a PDF because I can search a PDF.
I mean, surely it's got to be the points before the multiplier. You'd hope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on.
magic percentage, isn't it?
Yes.
ChatGPT.
That's probably true.
Yeah, but it might just make up. We wouldn't know.
Yeah, it might.
No, I'm so done with chat GTP, whatever it is.
I love that
I've
as
had
a teacher, even not.
I've had to check every single one of my students' viewpoints this week.
Surely it's. And one of them left. One of them left
They've got
regenerate
so
response at the bottom.
She just like copied and pasted it, like regenerate response, and I was like, for the love of God, at least check it. Like
At least cheat well.
at least some of them had the decency to lie to my face and go, no miss, my older sister helped me with it, and I was like,
So it's
that's
a
why it
D10.
tells me that it's
Right.
100% AI generated then, isn't it? Yeah, that's great.
One. Great.
But then
One.
you deduct 5 points among strength, constitution, or dexterity and appearance.
5 points. Okay.
Well, my strength
I
will
went
just
with
take the whole
18.
5.
18. Deduct 5 points among strength and size, and deduct 5 points from education.
Okay.
Roll twice to generate your luck score and use the higher value.
Well, I would choose the age where I'm in my prime. What's that then?
What age are you, honey?
18.
Okay, what's the
13.
youngest you could be?
15.
Okay, then I will be a 15-year-old,
It's
and
the
the
same as
reason I'm
Favourite
funding this
Sisters.
is
You're a
because
15-year-old lord who's funding a bunch of prostitutes.
yes, because I imagine
Your
I've been
father
suckered
died,
into
didn't
and I've fallen in love with one of the prostitutes.
Keep him happy.
Yeah, I want Max to roll to roll.
So, if I'm 42, I have to roll like Martin did. So I roll
Make 2 improvement checks. If it's
91.
Yeah.
You touched it twice.
And
you
53,
went
that's
to
so
roll
I get 1
2
point on my education. So I'm now 81.
I didn't roll a d10. If you only got 1, then you're all d10 if it's successful. 1 d10 for every failure to improve. If that makes sense.
71.
So
Yeah.
did you roll
Failed that one.
1 failure?
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I
roll
thought
a
it
d10.
was.
Oh, and I get whatever
Didn't
that
it say
does.
roll your luck twice and take the highest? I figured it was 3d6.
Oh, right.
What's this?
I'm doing
My
it
luck.
wrong then.
So it said roll your luck twice and take the higher, didn't
Yeah.
it? So you roll the 3d6
The 3d6.
again.
Oh, you're regenerating your luck.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's different.
Sorry, I
from
didn't
what
know. I didn't
Yeah.
know that too. 3d6.
And take 5 off among those. Not everyone, or just one.
So
Or you can take 1
deduct
off.
5 between strength and con,
Times
or
nine.
dex and appearance.
But I can choose. I can
You
just
can
take.
choose how much out of
12.
each. So you can take them all out of.
So that's
So I'll just
strength
take
if you
5
want.
off strength.
How about if I'm 35?
Twice.
John, hang on 1 second. John, can you just check? Yeah, well, I think we heard it, me and Jack. You said,
Yeah,
so.
we heard it stop.
Just
Very good. Right.
So I roll twice for my luck. That bit I know, and then
Yeah. You deduct 5 points from strength and size.
cool.
Yeah, not from both, but from 5 points from between them.
I don't know. I kind of love the idea of just being
Too
tiny.
small,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And then you deduct 5 points from education. Okay.
Yeah.
Just going to the kitchen. That's all.
Well, I was going about this way.
And then you've done you, haven't you?
Yeah, yeah.
You're 35, do you say?
Yeah.
Well, that's the same
Make
as my
one
size.
improvement check for education.
One improvement check.
So roll, and if it's higher than your education,
Higher?
Higher, yeah.
It's on before it wasn't higher.
so if you fail, no, I'm pretty sure it's if you failed. I thought that's what you said.
Ah, right, in that case. Well, either way,
Same
because I
thing,
failed
yeah.
one and I succeeded at one.
Okay, so that
So
was
did
lower, so that means I didn't improve.
No,
You didn't
And then I
improve.
do it- Did you roll it twice?
Only once.
No, only once for you.
you're a bit young. You're a bit young.
Is that everyone's ages?
Yeah. Yes.
Right. Okay. So normally, it's the 2 little boxes next to your main stat.
Yep, yep.
You'd put your half value,
Right.
but a fifth in the arse.
Yes.
Just say I've just a quarter value. I'll just E for math.
What are they
And
for?
Faith, I imagine I'll still
You
be.
can quickly
Am
just
I
deduce.
needing to go into the points on the
No, I'll say in your hard dream success. So for certain things you'll need to roll an extreme to do something
We'll do our
very
best, mate,
difficult.
don't worry.
That'll be your quarter.
Got extremely hard highs.
But I mean, I like to do a size check on like can I fit through that crack in the wall?
Oh no, I can fit through the crack in the wall. My size is 35. I am teensy tiny. Considering that's got a
You are
plus 6.
actually only this big.
Yeah. Like there is a translation somewhere, I think, of what the different numbers for size actually in terms of height and
Yeah.
weight, and I'm going to.
We're just feeding him steak all the time, just like, you know,
Just trying to
he's
bulk him
been neglected. That's
Feed
all.
me the beef curtains! Ah!
No, shan't.
Oh, it's bad when I get Max to say Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Aren't you going? I'm looking at these numbers
You do
and they're
realise
just
that's going
bouncing
to
around
be
like.
just going off to sleep tonight. He's going to be held back.
I'm not even going to yell it. I'm going to be going off to sleep and I'm going to snap my eyes open and go, beef curtains, for the love of God.
I mean, I.
Yeah, I know.
Heard it.
No, I'm right next to you every night. You do it in your sleep.
As long as he doesn't then go Hannibal Lecter.
Beef curtains.
I fucking knew you were going to do exactly that.
I didn't enjoy that. That wasn't a pleasant.
I and my beef
Sure, there
curtains
was
are
a
not
bottle of
happy.
Chianti by the end.
And, yeah, with some limoncello.
Why? Lava beans everywhere. My rose petals on the bed.
A Victorian radio play once, and it really was a sort of detective agency thing.
Yeah.
And we had a whole thing. The Prussians were trying to invade England, and they'd been stockpiling supplies in an old Cornish tin mines because no one was down there. And this entire thing led to the fact that there'd been a miscommunication in the English, and the only thing that they got was pie filling. So that when they got trapped in the mine, they couldn't get out. It was purely so that we could go, oh, it's lemon entry, my dear Drinkwater, was the way it was. And it was like literally the whole, yeah. That's why I did it.
Oh, right. Collective grown.
Yeah. We had a dog called Meersham, so you could say,
And
you say, my Meersham.
Yeah.
and like puns, but Jesus.
Yeah.
I love puns, or I use.
So have you all got those?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Vaguely.
Maths complete.
Very roughly rounded up.
Yeah.
Well, we now have your damage bonus.
Uh-huh.
Say much for you, Jack.
It's your size added to your strength.
The big number,
Where do I
or the
put
little
it?
number. The calculated 5 times number.
Yes.
Right.
35. That's my.
So that will translate to a specific dice. So if you each tell me one by one, so what that is.
150.
That will be 1d4.
And this goes.
And your big one.
This goes
I should have had a character sheet with me.
down the bottom somewhere.
Yeah, it's in your
Combat.
combat.
I did
Thank you.
print off spares specifically for them.
Yes, I
Got
forgot.
my build is
Mine
1.
is 105.
105 would be none, and your build is 0.
Ooh, then I am curious
So
as to
I'm
what.
0 and 0.
Yours is -6.
Yes.
I was going to say.
160.
160. That is 1d4, and it's a 1.
You creep into the next.
You're right near the top. You're at 164 is where it tops.
Ah, so it's
Go on, Jack, hit me with it.
75.
Adorable.
I'll
I
put the
don't
chart.
think I've ever had anyone that low that before.
-1 and -1.
Hey.
Oh.
135.
135. That's Dennis Martin. 1d4
She's a
and
good
1.
big girl.
1d4.
And then 1 in your build.
Okay.
It goes up to 524.
Well,
So,
Yeah.
nice news. How you? Yeah.
Jesus, how do you? That doesn't.
Yeah.
That.
That's not for
yeah.
human character. That's not for player characters.
That's
That's an elephant.
That is
That's
probably
to direct
for
that.
Did you
Gribbly.
say 124? Did I just?
Hmm?
What? It goes up to what?
To 524.
524 damage bonus.
And that would be 5d6.
Someone dropped
Jeez,
like a
jeez.
hotel on someone's head. or something.
Yeah.
That's,
basically, yeah.
Sounds that way.
Which we did once.
Oh, good times.
Yeah. Once we a group of orphans, I think it was in
Well, we've
Peru.
got to start doing skills in a minute.
So, hit points that is your con size.
105.
Yeah.
Same.
Same.
A bit of
No, no, it
medicine.
isn't. Sorry, Connor Science. 120 and 25.
Oh, Colin said. Yeah.
And divide the total.
Hang
Martin, divide that by 10.
112 and a bit. So, you like me round up?
I'll let you round.
13.
on. Divided by 10 when you
14.
add them together.
So you add them together, and then divide that total by 10.
And is that it? That was.
I believe that
that's
was, yes.
fine.
16.
That's very
good.
good.
Around 15 and 55. 15 is round up.
They're rounding up. Yeah.
I'm a good big.
Oh, so now I can see Rocky. Drop there. You just hang him. You just use the few
Although, if you bear in mind, you've got a base of 1d4,
Go on, how about
it's not
yours?
going to take much to kill
Yeah,
you,
I've
is
got
it?
11 hit points.
Oh, but then you are.
I mean, you're that's
So
I was going to say, yeah.
16,
I
going to last you very long.
Decent.
No, that's
Yeah.
my damage bonus.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but somebody else
Which
has
is
got it.
nice.
It's not. It isn't going to take a long yeah, stuff you
Right,
in
they're
it.
tough.
Points.
Yeah, that's fair actually. Four good.
I got 70 for my constitution.
Ah.
Yeah. I'm quite constitution.
Funny because your life.
How dare you? You've seen how close this.
Yeah, but like you're
Yeah,
ill
but
a
that's
lot.
because you don't drink.
No.
But when
well,
you did drink.
Oh no,
that
it's
brief month.
right. So no, for several years, and the time I got alcohol poisoning was really funny because I freaked out Faith by getting alcohol poisoning, like struggling
That's
to
like-
breathe times,
he's
and
not-
then it was like four ago was fine again.
You literally,
Like
you
sober.
literally woke up. I was like absolutely shattered because I'd been caring for him, thinking shit, he's at his store. And
They shouldn't be
I
looking for the
finally slept,
weekend.
and he was like then awake, like I'm feeling much better. But that's great, honey.
Sure.
Shut the fuck up.
So, movement.
This is also going to be size based, isn't it?
Yes.
If your dex and size are if your strength are each less than size, your movement is 7.
What if your dex?
If they're
Both less than size.
If they are each less than your size,
Yeah, they are. They are.
then your movement is 7.
What about if one of them is less, but
Yes.
the other one isn't?
Well, then that will come up to this. If either your size or your dex equal to or greater than if either your strength or dex equal to or greater than size, or if all three are equal, then it is 8.
Yeah, that's complicated, isn't it?
It is rather, the wording isn't great. But basically, if one of them is not, or if they're all not, then it's 8.
Right, okay, I'll try it the other way around.
Yeah.
If I've got a strength of 65, my size is 70. So dex is lower, strength is higher.
So then that would be 8.
Yeah.
But if they're both greater
The
than size,
movement's
it's 9.
8.
Right.
I'm a fast little.
Just really fast.
I'm apparently I am Rat Boy.
You're Speedy
Got you out of
Gonzales!
trouble.
Rat Boy is a good name.
That's my dad's nickname. So it's a narrative thing.
Just Gonzales.
Yeah.
Martin and Sorry, you're before your full.
Yeah. Yeah.
To one move your movement.
Oh, fuck.
It's a hard one because I'm a little boy.
I don't know who writes these. Do you honestly think in my 40s I'm really that much slower than I was
Yes.
in my 20s?
Oh,
In the
Martin.
1890s, yes.
I'm a lot
Yeah,
slower
Martin,
in my
what's your-
30s than I was in my 20s.
I'm a police officer. Well,
You are-
detective.
Yeah, are you out on the beat though? Or you're out walking about?
He probably is. Yeah, you know, he kind of knows he knows the streets.
He was out on the beat, which is how he knows these two.
Yeah.
Come on, do you think if I'm on the street? No.
Yeah, her name was Nellie, and I used to be behind the wall.
It wasn't, it's not, and you keep your
It wasn't and it
trousers.
wasn't.
Hang on for crowns, not crown. Day's work.
I was gonna say, half a crown, yeah.
1890.
Half a crown.
We all like story.
Out for a bit of Ash's father.
She was right.
Yeah, I hope
She
so.
was right.
So she was out, I guess.
That's to literally knock your socks off for that.
And no one's older than that, are they? Very good then. And now you should determine your occupation, but I think we've already done that.
We've documented occupation.
We did.
We did that. We all wanted this.
So, your options. This is there. Max needs to check that I'm right before I speak.
You misspelled detective. Honestly.
Steve?
Brilliant.
What's your
Typical
education
policeman
again?
can't-
I love it.
Typical policeman can't spell.
A typical policeman fudging the paperwork.
With an education 91. 91.
Yeah. 90 the maximum. Wow.
And now he's got to be poor after all this because he paid people
Yeah.
to take his tests for him.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all a sham.
He invented a guy writing essays before there was a thing.
I was using different in the while.
I was going to say, you put your papers in front of a mechanical.
Oh, I was thinking like some kind of generated.
Turkish, actually, is what I was
Yeah.
thinking.
I was with you.
No, I got you. I got you.
We need magic points as well, apparently.
Right. So the quick way to do this is you've got 8 occupation skills and then your credit rating, right? So one of them will be 70%, 2 at 60%,
Oh, hang on.
Yeah.
1 at 70, 2 at 60.
3 at 50, and 3 at 40.
And that gets added to the number that's already in the box.
Yes. If you're
So 1 at 70, 2
Nine.
at 60,
I'm
2 at 60, 3 at 50, 3 at 40.
That's a lot.
These are percentages that you
That's-
add into these.
A lot of skill.
And the ones that I can have are the ones that I wrote down from my profession.
Wow.
okay.
Well, no, because there's more than that there, though, isn't there?
So that's 9.
So,
Just
are we using the occupation points then? Then don't you want us to do that?
well, if you've got occupation points in hang on.
So your occupation points would be education times 2 plus.
If you have that, then yes, use
Yeah,
that.
but if you
for
did that, you'd be like.
Yes, that's my faith. That's why I want
but
to
for
use it.
people that haven't done that and have been
Right.
whores,
Thanks, brother.
I believe that was the common parlance of
But what did it say for the whores for their skill points?
That's true. Hey, did you not make that? I thought you.
No, I kind of went off, but it is basically the
Right,
similar
okay,
template.
fair enough, yeah. Well, if
Um,
you've got a thing, then yeah.
Library use.
Prostitutes.
Who are the
That's
prostitutes?
for us.
Who are library users? Because that's essential. Are the prostitutes? Are they, maybe there's a
Education
library
82.
front, bookshop.
I mean, my education's only 50, so I could be a library user if you want, but it's probably unlikely.
Prosa, you get occupation skill points. It's your education times 2 plus appearance times. Why should
I
I
will
want
say,
to?
Max, like, unless you were rolling
No, that's
rocks,
fine.
the set you laid out for us, 1 at 72, at 63, at 53, at 40, seems like it'll be a lot more
It seems
than
really
unless
good.
you rolled really well.
Well, yeah, that's why I just gave you the quick version of it.
I'm going to go with the quick version
Yeah.
because I'm not very well educated
Help
and
me,
I
I
need
don't really
money.
understand what I'm doing.
Okay, right. So what? You're a prostitute, right?
It's strength. Oh, okay.
And what were the
That's pretty
points for
good.
the prostitute? Sorry.
Education times 2 and
Yeah,
appearance
you're
times
right.
2.
Because even with
But
mines
that
and
comes up to
roll,
284.
I've only got just over 200 points.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
comes to
That's all. That's all.
It does, I'm just
Yeah.
calculating.
Yeah,
it.
okay, okay. I'll go to what
I
you
get
said.
And your
290 with the roll.
appearance
But actually,
65.
that
Still doesn't-
It's like 460 the way that
So hang on, are we all using the?
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, we'll use the right. We'll use the
Yeah.
points like that I gave you.
But I presume you've got to buy the skills that it said you've got to get.
Yeah.
That's the
Yes.
thing,
So
yeah?
you already have them at 20. I already have
So you've
roll at
got-
25%.
Yeah, well, you
right,
have
we'll
that in.
ignore that because they've changed it.
You want that in.
Is there a max? You can't have 100% or something. They
Yeah, you can have
start-
over 100%.
No,
Yeah,
you
we
can't.
yeah, we can't. Well,
No.
Have like a maximum of 9 or something. It's very
I think generally to start with you go to 75. You can choose to have it at 90. I think 75 is a good starting value for most things, unless some things are dictated that you have to put points into it, if that makes sense.
So don't go above 75.
Yeah, unless you sort of have to.
So now what am I doing?
So you've got 1 70%, 2 60s, 3 50s and 3 40s.
I think she wouldn't have medicine, but she would have first aid.
So the ones
what am
that
I doing?
you've got for your things, the ones you've chosen,
Yeah.
add those into those in whatever order you please.
Add what into what? Sorry, I'm
But
sorry.
the percentage is.
But what
So
did-
if you want to add, you've got 5 arts and crafts.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to add your 70 to that, that would be 75.
Has anybody else
Okay.
got
That
spot
makes
hidden?
sense.
Yeah.
Because
I've
I've
just run down.
You've
how
got
many have I got?
spot
Yeah.
hidden.
170.
Yeah. Oddly, that's a boxer's thing.
260.
I guess she
Yeah.
was looking for stuff.
Yeah, you're looking
350s.
for an in, aren't you?
Three
So
actually,
it's fine to
I may make that my main thing that contributes to the
Yeah,
group. and then
340s.
Mm.
I'll just be the spotter of problems. So 50,
But it is-
50. There's no point in 60 if it takes it to 85, unless we decide. Again. For my 70,
Yeah.
I'm going to need to put it into something I don't really have to make it get my money.
How do you mean? Sorry, what's.
Well, I don't want to put it in fighting because I've already got 25%. So that would
Oh
be
no,
But
but
25% is not good. I would
Yeah.
put.
No, but if I put 50 in it, then I get 75.
yeah.
It would make sense that you would be very good at fighting.
So maybe push it over the
So yeah, I push that over the 75. It's just a
60,
75 is like a
85,
good sort of.
60 and 60. Fine, okay, let's do that.
Are you like the boss job? Is that you like the governor?
Now, Max,
Yeah.
because my credit rating is within a range,
You look
do I
like
go
boss sat
from
there.
my minimum credit rating when I'm
You
adding the
look like the
numbers?
Bonneville and boss
That is up to
in
you.
the chair.
Well, as in, like, when I add on the minimum credits for that character.
So that's the minimum that you have to spend
Right, okay.
into credit rating to be that kind of
That would
character.
be
Okay.
really good. Really good.
Looks like my 70's going into credit rating then.
Always a good shout, I say.
So anybody can put anything into credit ratings. It's not got a tick box next to it.
Unless, well,
I've
it
got a
will
limit on mine. The
specify.
maximum I can have is 50.
Yeah.
Can I have a quick look at the prostitute
Yeah.
then?
So, Jack, what was your.
It's just because the range was 40 was the minimum and
Yeah.
90 was the maximum. And I was like, well, that's where my 70's going, I guess. Annoyingly,
Yeah.
I really wanted to be able to put more than that in.
I can go up to 50 as well. Right.
Well, maybe that can be why mine's only 70. You've already so much off me.
I'm going to put my full 50 in, I think, because I've made money running these girls, and that's the point of what she wants to be doing.
Yours would be the same, Faith. It would be up to 50, but I'd make it less than Sarah's if she's the big boss.
Sorry, I'm still not the same.
So one of them you've got to put it into his credit rating.
Oh. But I've not. I was going to use my.
Okay.
Maybe. Oh, I've got 50 and 70 left.
Oh, and I was like, sorry, was there a minimum to the
5.
So you could just put 5 into it and sort of take 5 off your 70. And then
Oh,
put
right.
65 in. But you've got to put something into credit rating.
Okay.
So 0 is penniless, 1 to 9 is poor, 10 to 49 is average, 50 to 89 is wealthy, 90 plus is rich, 99 is super rich.
What was 50 again, sorry?
50 is the bottom of wealthy. So you're just wealthy.
I'm going to be better than that soon.
What was
Yeah.
poor?
Poor is 1 through 9.
I think you're not poor anymore because I've made
I was
sure
thinking-
you're not.
I was thinking I would maybe go like 10.
Well, then you're cared for as well. You're not.
Yeah.
You don't owe the money because she takes it off you in rent and other fees you don't understand.
But I'm also making sure you're getting an education.
You have to be taken for a ride in more ways than one.
No. I want to also lift this girl out of the mess we're all in this cruel world. How dare it do this to us? I'm very angry about that. Very angry. There needs to be more opportunities. Better ways forward.
So I can choose skill. My skill. Stealth or survival or something else. What do you think of boxer? Stealth seems reasonable. So
You'd be light on your feet to have it.
that's to
Stop.
survive. Any other first aid?
But I've not. It's going to be one of my lower ratings. But I think that she will be patching people up all the time, so that's why I'm taking it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I decided against
Do you
medicine
50s?
because medicine suggests more educated, and she's not into medical school, so
Yeah. I'm not really sure what first aid looks like in 1890, but it probably isn't plasters and
Pretty
saddles,
minimal.
is it? Yeah.
Pretty minimal first aid.
So they'll run off a cold tap type.
They didn't even have a cold tap. Running water.
Oh,
Luxury.
that's true.
What is ride used for? Because drive carriage is a different one, so I'm thinking, is it just horses?
I think it's just horses. In the 1920s, it was cars.
Okay.
It would make sense.
Times in 1990, I'll never stop. Not for a minute.
Natural world.
Like if you wanted to know, that type of tree has like a particular sap that's good for this, or
See, I was torn between that and navigate. I've gone for navigate
yeah.
because I feel like that could be really useful.
Yeah, that's be able to find your way around it.
Do we have a library user?
What?
Mostly.
Well, I
No,
think
no.
should have some basic.
You must be good at library.
Not much call for it in
Right.
Surely there would be education.
Yeah.
I've got 20% in it.
That's
Not
I've got a
really.
1 in 5 chance of finding a book.
Oh dear.
Goodness me, right.
Here we
Very free.
Jack, have you got libraries?
Trade
No.
streets as
Should I?
real policeman.
Sounds about right.
I could
Not
be a
every book
boxer.
learning rubbish.
Boxer occasionally likes to use the library when he's training. That seems not too
Punch the
stretch.
books.
Yeah, hit the books.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a tough sell.
You know, what's been dodge half my decks?
Four.
Oh dear.
That's the point.
Throw. You see, it's throwing other than javelin.
Grenade.
Yeah.
My size is
1890.
35, you can toss me.
Yes. You could be a
Right,
weapon.
Gimli.
Human weapon.
Nobody tosses a minor.
Nice.
Just a little boy!
The problem is, it sounds like the gingerbread man from Shrek. The way
Surely it
Yeah,
sounds
it
like
does.
Pinocchio. I'm a real boy!
Yeah.
Yeah, Jack, you got to be breaking out the Tom Holland voice though.
Oh, it's very much on purpose and for you.
Question.
Yes.
Track.
In the
I'm way
language's
over.
own,
Mhm.
it's got the brackets ed suit. Does that mean
Yeah.
that
So
that
your education is
So- and that's a
what you-
free
60,
pick
50
because of that?
I
Yeah.
tried that.
So you've given us a
And I was
9. So
under.
does that include the 8 that we did before plus the credit
And now
rating?
I'm like,
Is that
You're
how it's
way
meant
under.
to shake
I
out?
was. So
Because you
then
said
I
1
added
at
some
70, 2 at
stuff.
60,
Yeah.
3 at 50, 3 at 40.
I'm gonna have to go.
If you've
do this again.
filled in what you need to fill in, you've got stuff
But
left
if you,
over.
so you
then
forget about
yeah.
the
Okay.
formula if you're doing the 70s.
Yeah, I did. I did.
Forget about
I
that.
did.
Yeah, she
I did. And then I fucked it up anyway.
Well, you done
I was way over how many.
70.
Yeah, I was adding things to it, and you were like, "Oh, split it and split it between other things." So then I did it, and then I forgot how many things
So-
I split it between.
I see. So you need a minimum of 5 in your credit rating.
Yeah. Right, let's do that. I said I was going to do 10.
Is anybody stealthy?
No, but I've got
I thought
sleight
you
of
were.
hand.
I think I'm going to be. I had the choice really. There's 2 slots, and I thought stealth and the handgun shooting.
I imagine
I'll
your
go with stealth.
character would be able to be
and
quite
your
stealthy.
Yeah,
language
I understand
own.
Stealth.
You would think, but it's not
It's
one
just
of
your
my
education.
attack skills,
Yes, you
and
should-
I'm not
You can
particularly
put that in
technical.
the
Yes.
want to add stuff if you've got
No,
a
you're right,
remainder.
you're right. My skill.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Which is not what you think.
So
Like,
that's just your
maybe you
education,
got
really.
an injury that stops you from. That's why you became a madam, is because you stopped being able to
Yeah.
horse so well
We're doing
after.
like a small revolver.
Because you've got a wooden leg.
Maybe.
I have not got a wooden leg, young man. It's just the sound of my shoes.
Whatever would be available in the 1890s. Sure.
1890s, man.
And here,
Well,
even
you
the
could have
steak
a
and
Mark
coffee
6
balls.
if you wanted.
Yeah.
Or you could have an Adams. It could have been converted to cartridge. It's a bit slower to reload because you've got to actually take the cylinder out. But shooting the good old 4.55.
Which is
That'll
14.
make a hole.
Mm.
15.
There we go.
Just have to figure out what my art or craft is.
You know, the top.
Love me, love me.
Not
You
15.
can have a silver game.
I think given that
You need a bit
I'm,
more
I
time.
think he's the kind of policeman that Knuckle Duster would be
at the
more.
time period,
Yeah, so you've
these
not
are my
served
prime
in
years.
the
for
military.
that.
Able to
He's
be-
more
Yeah.
through the
As a
streets.
madam.
He's more of a
Oh,
Grimes
true,
than a,
okay.
True that.
you know,
Yeah.
that kind of.
You want to
that
make
sort
sure
of
I
thing.
don't get any experience with anyone else, because then I might realise you can actually have a decent time without
Okay.
paying for it.
Done
No one else
I
will
think
do
I've
the
done
things we do to you.
Cool.
You're actually doing nothing.
Martin,
You're
that
supposed
would be-
to be like this is what sex is.
Yeah, yeah.
Would you like to
It's
know
not,
how much it cost you back in the day?
Well,
It's
it's like
LSD with his can of Campbell's soup.
Yeah, it will be, but just
yeah.
as a
Back
point
in
of
the day,
interest,
yeah.
£4
Good lord.
for a
that's
large
very
caliber
expensive
revolver.
for a
Yeah.
revolver.
And 3 shillings for a box of 100 rounds.
Lord. Is it 5 or 6 a Webley?
Hmm?
Is a Webley 5 or 6?
6.
It's already a
Have a
weapon.
silencer.
I know.
No.
Jeez.
Is anyone else having a weapon?
Yeah.
Yes.
What damage does
Yeah.
it?
I think it'd be about 1d6, I think.
Well,
Do-
so just carry on then as well.
Do breasts count as a weapon?
No.
They do in my shop.
I was going to say, I could easily suffocate a man with
A
these.
steel toe cap bra.
They need it. Suffocation.
Yeah, you can have brass knuckles. That'd be
So I thought you were going to say
1d4, I
breasts.
think.
Plus your damage bonus.
Yes.
A sap? I'd like a sap, please.
Sap.
You've got one
Cudgel.
sat next to you.
A cudgel. A club.
Oh,
A
okay,
knife.
like a little
Shillelagh.
cop.
Yeah.
No,
A
not
blackjack.
It's
Oh,
a
yeah,
bit smaller
blackjack.
than that. Yeah,
In
something
terms of what
that
else
can
Usually
be
be like a sock with some.
in the
Oh, nice.
pocket,
leather
but
collar,
blue
that
and
kind of thing.
I
Lead
got
shot and a
that.
bit of
I got
leather.
that.
That
Yeah.
a bit of brawling
A
resistance.
billiard ball in a sock is a classic.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
just
yeah.
lethal.
Yeah.
Horrifying.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, go on then. I'll give you a D for that then.
I'm Max. What is the most expensive and powerful rifle I can own? Or shotgun?
Oh, I want to see you try and fire it.
Oh, that's what it's
That's
gotta be
the
great.
game of the
Big-
game, I
big-
think.
You can have a large bore shotgun,
Yeah?
which I believe would be a D10,
Excellent.
but I'll
You'll be more lethal to us.
So-
We'll be
I was
defending
gonna
the
say.
footage.
Actually, no. I'm incredibly efficient with my
Jack.
shotguns and rifles.
you could make it a large game rifle, like a Nitro Express.
Oh,
that's
That's
so
exactly
much
what I
funnier.
wanted, yes.
So
So
if you want
much
that,
funnier.
I will let that be a D12.
Nice.
Agree. That's so much fun, yeah.
What's the most
But
expensive
you can only,
handgun?
with your size
Most
and
expensive
constitution, you can only
handgun
carry 2
would
bullets.
probably be
for
something
it.
like a Webley.
Yeah,
No, my
I've put
constitution's
17
quite
credit
good.
ratings.
Alright. Who shot you?
Yeah. Fair enough.
Go on, I'll take one of those.
Yeah, well, that'd be a D6. In
I
fact,
suppose-
Martin,
Yeah.
you're police, aren't you?
I am.
So you would have a slightly longer barrel on your Webley than he would.
Whoa.
I'm going to give
My
you
girls
D6
can
plus
attest to
1.
that, I guess.
Misses.
Increase the FPS and all that.
Well, slightly, yeah. So I think it will be slightly more lethal.
My gosh, that counts as a brawling weapon,
Yes, yeah. So you'll get your damage bonus to that, which is 1d4.
But it's also my brawling skill is 75.
Regular, hard, extreme.
Tell you what, if we get into a fight, we're going to be Andy in a bar fight.
Oh.
What
Yeah,
an
except for
interesting
me,
band
the
of...
dwarf with a massive rifle. Like,
Pass
when
his
things
ball
get
at
out of
the
hand.
fight, we'll be passing him around.
Are you sure you're not just a bard in this? Then? Can we just give you
You
a,
just trip them
a
up
flute
and they lay on the
or
floor and I
something?
just go, "Ooh," and suffocate them.
See, I just put on a helmet and get thrown around by you because my constitution's quite good.
And then when you let them up, they just go, don't stop.
Yeah.
Max, are there any smaller shotguns? Because I do not have like I've got no. Yeah, that's essentially what I'm asking is if there's sawn off sword.
The sawn off Nitro Express.
No,
Oh, no,
this
it's
is a
not
separate
shotgun.
thing.
Okay.
This is a shotgun.
I'm not sure if sawing it off actually makes any odds, so I'm going to consult the deck.
The
It
deck.
would affect your...
It would affect your accuracy,
And it would
and
affect your distance, wouldn't it?
yeah, and your velocity.
Yeah.
So 12 gauge shotgun. What does that go? Ooh. Oh, that's. You know what? I'll say it does. A D10 flat, I think, because you're not going to be using it far away, are you? It'll still one up some.
Yeah, it's like if the nitro,
Oh,
if
yeah,
they're near, if they're near.
range, basically.
Yeah.
Aye, but like I say, it's gotta be me limiting my own range because it's like if they're far enough away for the.
I'll use an 8-foot long
Yeah.
elephant gun.
Yeah.
Can you carry those kind of things? It's quite comedy.
Oh yeah, but also I'm rich, so I can. do
He's got a
anything I want.
valet just
Yeah.
kind of trundling behind
With
him.
like 3 bags filled with
No,
Gold
no, I was gonna say I've got a caddy. It does say
Number
that,
12, so...
It does say that if this were the 1920s, I'd be expected to have a servant. It doesn't say in the be expected to have in the 1890s, but I could easily.
A good hiding young man.
Oh, can we dual pick jewels? Can you like
Yeah.
2 Webleys?
if you want.
You can, but he's 15, he's not cool enough for that.
I know.
It's cool, you can have any, you can have one, because it's fuck all.
Yeah, whatever,
I'm
whatever you
going to
want.
let you not going to use the firearm rules from Cthulhu
Okay.
because they just need. No, I'm going to use the ones from Delta Green
Okay.
Ooh.
because if you have anything that can do semi-auto or a burst, you have a lethality rating thing. So if it like if you're all within a certain bound, you've instantly killed it.
Okay.
But if you don't, you add the 2 d10s to and that's the damage because you're still
Okay.
riddling it with bullets.
Yeah. Fair enough.
As opposed to a nitro.
Okay, in which can I have a Maxim?
I don't think you'd have one. I think maybe you
I
could
could just
steal
travel it around
one.
on its little trailer, I'd be fine.
You could possibly. He could probably afford a Maxim.
Yeah.
He's got one in
And
his
the-
suitcase
and the
that
donkey
his,
to,
that
pull
his
it.
valet's dragging
okay.
round.
Yeah. I want the hand crank.
Yeah.
Again, in his suitcase that the valet's trundling round behind him.
In fact, that's the brothel, isn't it?
The
Yeah.
hand
The
crank.
hand I like it.
I like it. Okay, yeah. The
Is
hand
there
frame.
anything else? Anyone as a quick?
I need to just go away and draw my characters.
I was gonna say I don't really.
A dagger or two.
A dagger or 2.
Knuckle duster.
You've got to have a dagger or 2. Ooh, you've got to have a
Ooh,
dagger
or
or 2.
use the same rules for knuckle duster, but instead style it
Oh,
as
Jack.
boxing gloves, but with a horseshoe inside them.
I didn't see that there is actually. Yeah, okay, yeah, no, the sawn off is basically what I thought it was.
Yeah, it's a shotgun but shorter.
Yeah.
Weird.
I like the idea of having a magnifying glass because he thinks he's a detective. Doesn't really know what he's doing, but he's quite good at spotting things. So he thinks he should have a
Absolutely.
magnifying glass. But he doesn't really use it when he's
A
spotting
monocle.
things.
Maybe you're the Christian
Yeah. Oh my
all
gosh.
around with. Anything like that.
Just puts it in when he's trying to spot stuff. He's just I like that.
Yeah, I think if you manage to actually use it in a spot hidden, if there's something that requires it, I'll give you a bonus as well.
And if you use that accent,
Is a monocle the same as a magnifying glass? Is it achieving the same?
Well,
It
it
depends.
depends. The same
monocle
idea.
would be
Similar.
a prescription.
So my dagger's
Oh,
basically
that's
a
good magnifying
shiv.
glass.
It's
Insofar as there were
Yeah.
restrictions.
Small weapon,
Yeah,
easily
yeah,
concealed.
already.
but we'll
Magnifying
take a
glass.
kidney out.
I only caught the end.
I
of
had
that
kidney
sentence,
out.
yeah.
Are we going into like black market?
Are you thinking
Organ
something
donation,
sort of
or-
refined more like a sword or a bit more, hacky like a machete?
It's a refined weapon, but it's not as long as a sword.
Oh no, but that's sort of a finesse.
Yeah. Yeah, so it'd be more finesse than it would be bludgeoning. I've got the kosh for
Yeah,
that.
yeah, 1d6 then.
Unless you had a dagger with knuckle dusters on it, of course.
Oh, we know about them, don't we,
I feel
Jack?
like I should have a small.
Struct- Yeah? There you go, 1d6 plus your damage bonus. She can't afford to go to a Milliner Martin.
It's very true, true.
No, absolutely. She absolutely can.
You'd have
I
Can you
bring.
not have
Oh, okay.
cyanide
No.
tips?
I make
You
sure
think-
my girls are looked after.
You think
So
I
my-
can, but actually I've got a drinking problem.
Ah,
Like
yes.
mother's milk to her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do knuckle dusters give you? Because I think he'd put it as a bouncer box.
Bad
You're
time.
going to be a disappointment to
say-
me, lass, if you keep on with that
Well, you-
gin.
No, she
Oh, Martin, did I give you
Oh.
knuckle
So
You
dusters?
said 1d4 plus your damage bonus.
Yeah.
1d4 better than 1.
What did he say I was writing then?
Alright, then let's go
1d4
1d4
for your
plus 2
dagger.
then, I think. Because it is heavier, isn't it? Than just punch.
I mean, I don't mind. I'm just saying.
Mm.
Don't mind. Go on.
We'll see how we get on with this. It is then.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't. Sorry, that
What
was.
about a pipe?
I wasn't trying to make that a complaint.
No, no.
Anyone smoking? I mean, it's pipe.
Oh, did you
I
say
mean,
1d4
it's
for it? I've
it's
written
character
1d6.
type.
I think I'm a
Yeah,
roller.
and a
Opium
1d6 for your
type.
It's a
dagger.
roller pan.
Sorry?
Yeah, 1d6 for your dagger.
Opium
Oh,
pipe.
it is.
Well, maybe. In the 80s,
I think
90s,
everyone would
to
have
be fair,
pipes, wouldn't they?
I was going to sort of be
Rollies.
the rolly.
Oh, well, yeah, I'd have thought you'd have like a little clay pipe.
Oh, yeah, I'm getting pipe.
Yeah,
I
yeah
like
Jack
the
would have a big Meerschaum
Sure.
calabash.
Yeah.
Yeah, giant mushroom caliber. Hell yeah,
But
tiny,
you
tiny,
don't
tiny.
It's a bit heavy.
So you can't work out why you take your slippers down the full of
Yeah.
Please, I'm living in a brothel with the woman I've fallen in love with. Everything's full of shag.
My life is shag.
Oh, Jesus, my education's the equivalent of a degree level graduate master's degree.
Ooh, bloody da.
What's mine then?
Get you, yeah.
Yours over 90,
You're ridiculous.
doctorate, professor.
You're wasting your life,
You
Martin.
are.
How did you end up with the police?
Yeah, there's a story
Oh,
there.
maybe
He's got a
you're
very good IQ.
disgraced.
But he's a low credit rating, so.
You're sort of like an
Maybe
idiot
you're
savant.
disgraced.
No, I just don't think. I think he genuinely has come up from the
Average
street and
human
sees
strength.
actually he's like the street urchin made good kind of thing.
Average
Yeah,
level
so you
human.
got
It's
one
a
of
true
those.
Cinderella
Yeah,
story.
But of course his credit rate is too low to make any
Yeah.
use of
Average
his
human
education.
strength.
You've risen above your station as much as you can,
Yeah.
but you're still not at your potential because
There's
of
been
the
Victorian
circumstance
England.
of.
Yeah.
All motor skills,
You're
fine
the original Artful
manipulation.
Dodger.
So it's really annoying because loads of people his betters aren't as bright as he is, but
Ooh.
but of course he's
So I have all motor manipulation. I think I was on the juice in my early years, and it's hurt me.
Oh, I think you're just an opium addict.
And I think that's why I'm not pleased that you're on the juice. Yeah. She's going down the route I didn't go well for me.
Just love the gin.
Like, look, my hands
That's all
shake
Janelle.
now.
Yeah.
Gin and juice.
Hands they shake a bit when they shouldn't.
Here's a crazy fact. You know the film From Hell with Johnny Depp
Yeah.
and Choo Choo Robbie Coltrane?
The Choo Choo Robbie Coltrane.
Reasonable appearance.
Johnny Depp in that film was in his 40s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looked good though, didn't he?
He looked
Jesus
top
Christ,
notch.
for a man in his 40s.
Awfully looked top notch for his
I thought you were
40s.
going to say something like
Average,
it really was
yeah.
hashish in the pipes
Okay.
or something.
Well, probably.
I mean, more than likely, but
Also,
Why
he
not?
pours absinthe into a sugar cube, burns all the alcohol off, and drops it in his laudanum.
yeah, because he just likes the flavour of wormwood.
Yeah.
I think we're probably nearly done anyway.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
Unless there's any other equipment, is all I will say.
I worked out how much my character would weigh using.
Have you looked at the actual,
Yeah, so I am located.
like 8 stone or something?
Well, no. I will tell you what it is in. I'll tell you what it is in kilograms. because I've worked that out from using the hints in the size, because it's obviously not a direct one-to-one breakdown. Using the boundaries, I've worked out that my character is 30 kilograms, so I almost certainly have dwarfism, because if not, then I have tapeworm.
And again, I ask, how on earth you hold a shotgun?
Very difficult in a very
35 kg, what's that in?
No,
He's
30
consumption
kilograms.
at 15.
He's like a bag of sugar.
12-year-old.
30.
You've got consumption.
It is roughly a third of my current weight.
In fairness, people in
4
those days
stone.
were a lot smaller. They're not quite that small.
4.7 stone.
No, that's not realistic, really.
Well, the thing is, it does suggest that
Maybe if he was
You've got a health
cholera or
issue.
something,
Maybe, I was saying, maybe
So-
if he was like a 12-year-old
so
baby.
Yeah.
with dwarf would only weigh 15 kilograms, which does not feel accurate.
Gosh, hell.
Very small.
That's a bag of
Primordial
sugar.
dwarf, maybe?
Hang on.
We're going down rabbit holes.
We are.
Yeah, I am
I
completely
need
looking
how
at Warwick
small-
Davis.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Love that he
What
was your
does
point.
Davis weigh?
Yeah,
So-
Be a TV show.
He weighs 25
Are we
kilograms,
comparing
so I'm
different things?
slightly denser
And
than
then you
Warwick
put him on a
Davis.
giant
Okay.
scale.
Oh, you're good, Dave.
Come on then.
And
And you have to make guesses
compared
before. Yeah.
Well, yeah. That's okay. Oh, there's a TV show.
There is definitely.
say.
I think he'd be on board with it as well.
Yeah, maybe.
I think he'd love
Aim
it.
enough, I reckon.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel very
With
woke
Warwick.
though, does it? I think we could be
I
in trouble
mean-
with that one.
Are you saying you might be in
Possibly.
poor taste?
I don't know.
But the thing is, I don't think Warwick Davis
Well, no, I
would see
think
it that
he'd
way.
be
I
on
think
board
he'd be
for it,
well
yeah.
on board with it.
Well, I'd hope so.
He was shoved in a toilet by Johnny Depp.
Well, very briefly met him, and he was a nice man.
Yeah.
Came
Well,
across
next
as the
time
kind
you
of
meet
guy
him.
who'd like.
Next time you meet him, ask him.
I
Did he
like-
come
So
across as the guy who wouldn't
not-
mind being put on a giant set of scales and compared to a dash?
No, I
Just the
walked into
thinness
him
of
because
it.
he's very, very small.
He is very, very small.
And he was very
How much does he
apologetic
weigh?
about it.
What, Warwick Davis? Is
25 kg.
25 kilograms. Using him and what's this actor with? So I
Oh, Gary Oldman.
Yes, Gary Oldman from Tiptoes. What was it in that? I looked up Dinklage, who was 50 kilograms.
Who's awesome.
Yeah, he was. Sorry, when we don't know about Pink Film any longer. So I worked out that my character would probably about 4'4". So
Not drill.
But whenever you go to museum things,
You get cheap entry.
You see, I was going to say
Just-
like
Another good name for the brothel.
entry. I like that. Write that down.
I've got the hand crank.
Oh, maybe I was.
And my girls aren't cheap.
Maybe my birthplace was the cheap entry. No. Whenever you go to museums nowadays, you see all like Victorian
Jackets
are tiny. And you're like, that was for a full-grown adult. It must have been smaller.
Back at the turn of the 1800s into 1900s, the fattest man in the world wasn't heavy enough to go on my 600-pound life.
Gosh.
It isn't that terrifying.
Yeah.
He was slightly over half that weight. People would gather from miles around to see him in a freak show.
Christ, I weigh more than.
I'm assuming we get things like notebook, bowler hat,
Well,
the usual stuff.
Yeah,
from
you
trade.
dated
Not
it.
police whistle.
Corset, prophylactics.
Would be stuff made of stuff sheepskin.
Yeah.
Make
Oh,
sure you wash them
I
out
was gonna say,
properly when you're done.
Yeah, I got it. I got it. Way ahead of you.
I've been here before.
This ain't my day out.
I know that.
Yeah.
You've been
Actually,
working for
no.
me for a few years now.
Extremely accomplished. Excellent.
Right.
I think done that.
That's
Yeah.
it.
I think Reginald Staines of the Yard is ready for
Yeah, so you're Reginald Staines. What's name?
Henry Crawford.
Oh, I like it.
What's his boxing name?
Oh, yeah.
Is he like Henry the Hurricane Crawford?
Hurricane's
Or,
quite
you know,
nice. Hurricane's good.
yeah.
Don't
Hurricane
quite
Crawford.
think of my name, but
a
I like
boxer
that.
called Hurricane.
Hurricane.
That just doesn't sound
It does
realistic.
have a baggage attached to
I was going to
it.
say you're a boxer goes by name.
Wrongly, accused of.
Oh no, it was
Okay.
Instead, he killed Nicole Brown Simpson.
Put it down. I've never bothered anybody about that. I'm a poet. I'm a warrior poet.
What's your name?
What, have you turned into Chris Eubank?
Yeah, that's what I think you should be.
He's got the monocle.
That was the whole thing with it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Antonio Fossil Bastard, and I just realised all the inbreeding, of course I'm short.
Yes,
that's
yes.
true, and you've got like a very large shoulder and a very small left shoulder.
Yeah,
Like,
which is how I managed to
you've
show
got
yeah.
a huge
Big shoulder and a withered arm.
Persephone Jones, Percy Jones.
Good.
Catherine, Kitty,
Shut
dead.
it.
Of the
I know more
Lancers.
secrets about you than you know
Oh,
about
yeah,
me,
I know
so
Curse.
We go back a long way.
we do.
Very good. Is that
Too
it then?
fucking long.
I think so.
Charlie, good.
Very much looking forward to it.
Arthur!
Rah, lashings of ginger.
Yeah.
Arthur!
Well, if anyone did bother watching, thank you for watching. And we
Thank
will be
you.
back at some point with an actual game. And Jack did mention O.J. Simpson briefly. If anyone can get his autograph to me,
Or get him to finally agree to appear
join
on Cameo.
Cameo.
We've been trying for
I
years.
keep
He's not.
tweeting him,
I think he's got us blocked.
probably at this point.
Yeah.
More than likely.
I wouldn't blame him. I have. Yeah.
Yeah, so thanks.
Well,
and
I will say
That's a
we have
heavy
accused you of consuming Nicole Brown Simpson as well, though. So
tune in next week.
tune in next the investigation.
Yeah, to find out.
Nicole Brown Simpson.
Pivot into
Just like that.
So you guys